Welcome, everyone, to the Apoco-Larry podcast. I'm Steve, and he
Oh,
is...
I am the father of Lauren Van Beek.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Oh.
That's a good thing to be known for.
But yeah. As she moves along and her publishing gets a little more, not much more notice, but it's still there.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can also say I'm published, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an international author. Your book has been seen in many locations.
Yeah. Well, it was published somewhere in, I think they published them in Holland or something. I think it's Brill, but I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not much money came my way either off that.
No, but you had the joy of publishing something. So
that is a joy, Steve. I want you to know the Lauren actually likes the writing. I only like to see my name on the book. There's no other part of that I enjoy.
Yeah, I'll take a
Which is why I've done such a limited amount.
Huh? I'll take a ghostwriter for 200, please.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good deal. Well, speaking about people that are about to be made into ghosts,
Yeah.
we're going to talk about Saul doing something really quite nasty to the priests of Israel, right?
Yeah, and yes. he's I was going to say, and he's sitting there with his spear, which seems to be his thing.
Yeah.
What's your thing? I like to sit with my spear and then just throw it at people occasionally. I wonder how many people he actually threw the spear at and hit that just aren't mentioned in the Bible.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Should I go in and see the king? I don't know. He's holding on to his spear right now. Maybe I'll come back later. Yes, folks, for those of you who are playing the at-home edition, we're taking a look at 1 Samuel 22. And this is, David has gone to Nob. Remember back in 21, David went to Nob. Well, guess what? Saul found out about it because Doeg was there. Is that right? Was it Doeg?
Yeah, you're getting down the right. You're right on the right path.
Oh
yeah.
My gosh, I feel like I've actually listened all this time. Anything else you want to say about this chapter, Bud, before we get started?
I think we'll just talk as we go through. Yeah.
Sounds good, folks. Starting at verse 1, chapter 22. David left Gath and escaped to the cave of Adullam. When his brothers and his father's household heard about it, they went down to him there. Well, it wasn't that big of a secret now, was it then?
No, this one's not secret at all.
Yeah. All those who were in distress or in debt or discontented gathered around him, and he became their commander. About 400 men were with him.
Right. Remember when he left Nob? When he went there the first time with the priest, I'm pretty sure he was by himself. Remember, he said, "My men are out there," but I don't think he had any men with him. So he took the loaves and he took the sword and he went off on his own. And now he's staying at this cave. Well, after the Philistines, right? After pretending he was crazy, he comes back to this cave and his family comes to visit him. And probably to get away from Saul as well. I mean, Saul could very well have killed his whole family.
Yeah.
And this is where the 400 gather around him.
Ah, yes.
And this is where he becomes the leader of this troop. Interesting the way God is bringing him into his kingship. It's
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I like what that says. They were in distress or debt or discontented. But so he's got about 400 men, but it sounds like their families are coming with them as well. Yeah. Little Robin Hood, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
Little out in the bush, cooking for everybody, and it's very Robin Hoody.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, verse 3. From there David went to Mizpah in Moab and said to the king of Moab, "Will you let my father and mother come and stay with you until I learn what God will do for me?" So he left them with the king of Moab, and they stayed with them as long as David was in the stronghold.
Yeah, and so the Moabites, of course, are the descendants of Lot.
Right.
So and now he's been down in their area, and sometimes they fight with Israel. Sometimes they are turning Israel over, and right now they're being okay to David for some reason.
That's right. They've invoked the name of Ruth, and then they're, "Oh, fine, you're fine, whatever."
You're fine.
Verse 5. But the prophet Gad said to David, "Do not stay in the stronghold. Go into the land of Judah." So David left and went into the forest of Hereth.
Yeah. So he's probably gone with his men, but the families are staying in with the Moabites.
Okay.
Intriguing political stuff all the time, right?
Yes, yes. There's always something that we don't quite get told in the story, right?
Yeah.
Okay, verse 6. Now Saul heard that David and his men had been discovered. Saul was seated, spear in hand, about to kill anyone that walked by the way, under, under the tamarisk tree on the hill at Gibeah, with all his officials standing at his side. He said to them, Listen, men of Benjamin, will the son of Jesse give you all of your fields and vineyards? Will he make you commanders of thousands and commanders of hundreds? Is this why you have all conspired against me? No one tells me when my son makes a covenant with the son of Jesse. None of you is concerned about me or tells me that my son has incited my servant to lie in wait for me as he does today.
Yeah, he's there's a little babyishness in him at this point in
Yep.
his life, right? And David has not conspired against him at all,
No.
by the way. And he's just become paranoid.
Yep. Yep.
David actually had opportunity. He'll have opportunity to kill him, and he never does.
Right.
So Saul, you ever see the Disney Robin Hood, the lion
Mm-hmm.
sucking his thumb? That
Mm-hmm.
you start to think that about Saul, and I don't want to think that about Saul. I
Yep.
really want to like him,
Yep.
but he's really come down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Verse 9. But Doeg the Edomite, who was standing with Saul's officials, said, I saw the son of Jesse come to Amalek, the son of Etab, at Nob. Amalek inquired of the Lord for him. He also gave him provisions and the sword of Goliath the Philistine.
Yeah. So Doeg just throws him right under the bus at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah.
And Doeg. Oh, I'll tell you in a minute about Doeg.
Yeah.
So
Doeg.
yeah.
That guy.
So remember when David saw him that time? He was mentioned in the last chapter,
Right.
or 2 chapters ago, and now this is coming to a head.
Yeah.
Of why Doeg happened to be there.
Yeah. And then the king sent for the priest Amek, the son of Atab, and all the men of his family, who were the priests at Nob, and they all came to the king. Saul said, Listen now, son of Etab, or Athab, I can't get it right, but it's close. Yes, my lord, he answered. Saul said to him, Why have you conspired against me, you and the son of Jesse, giving him bread and a sword, and inquiring of God for him, so that he has rebelled against me and lies in wait for me as he does today?
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, these are the same guys that Saul went down and prophesied with at one point. Remember?
Yes.
And then at that point they thought prophecy might have just been he was singing with them and doing other stuff. But it was somehow God got a hold of Saul when he was down there that time.
You're right.
So if God gets a hold of people and they treat you very well, just remember how it can turn around again.
Yes. They're still the humans. They're still the humans. Amalek or Amek or Ahimelech. Sorry, that's what I was trying to get to. Answered the king. Who of all your servants is as loyal as David, the king's son-in-law, the captain of your bodyguard, and highly respected in your household? Was that day the first time I inquired of God for him? Of course not. Let not the king accuse your servant or any of his father's family. Your servant knows nothing about all of this whole affair. But the king said, You will surely die, Amalek, you and your whole family.
See, crazy turnaround, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you should be completely safe as a priest.
Right.
Because these are the real priests. Like we're not divided kingdom with the weird priests that you. But now we're solidly God's priestly families, and they should be safe. And he probably felt like he was safe,
right,
until this very moment. And he also said everything right. Like as far as anybody knew, King David was top notch to you. You raised him up. He married your daughter. He's your son-in-law.
Yeah.
Like we had no reason to keep anything from David.
Yeah.
And he wasn't lying. He was telling the truth.
Yep.
And then Saul says, "Yeah, I'm going to kill you."
Did I mention I have my a spear here?
I have my spear. You should have thrown it at him just
Yeah,
to keep everything accurate
but
or even.
yeah,
Keep everything even.
yeah. But Saul, in typical Saul fashion, then the king ordered the guards, this is verse 17, guards at his side, turn and kill the priests of the Lord, because they too have sided with David. He knew he was fleeing, yet he did not tell me. But the king's officials were unwilling to raise a hand to strike the priests of the Lord.
Yeah, whether he knew or not, you don't know. Because remember, where are your men? Well, they're just out there. I'm going to go and see them. So he probably kind of knew what was going on.
Hmm.
So maybe Saul wasn't completely wrong there. But I like that the king's officials, even when the king told them, were like, "These are priests, man. You do not kill these guys,"
Yeah, yeah.
and they wouldn't do it for him, which is kind of interesting.
But our friend here,
Yes,
the king
but our
then,
brother Doeg.
yes, yes, brother Doeg it happens to be along the line. The king then ordered Doeg, you turn and strike down the priests. So Doeg the Edomite turned and struck them down. That day he killed 85 men who wore the linen ephod. He also put to the sword Nob, the town of priests, with its men and women, its children and infants, its cattle, its donkeys, and its sheep.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure he had someone with him. You couldn't do all this on your own.
Yeah, like
So and
just line up
so
here,
and
everyone. Just line up here.
yeah, yeah. And just wait. I'll get to you soon. So Doeg is an Edomite, which means that he is an descendant of Esau,
Hmm.
right? Which are related to the Israelites, but are not actually Israelites. So for him to kill a priest might not have been such a big deal like it was with the rest.
Right.
The other thing with this story that I forgot to mention is, of course, these 400 gather around David. So we might be talking a year between the time that David ran and the time that this happened,
Mm.
because he's got to go and be with the Philistines for a while, maybe say a month,
Hmm.
and then he leaves them. He comes back to this place. His family has to hear about it and gather around, and then these 400 have to gather around him too.
Right.
So there's this doesn't happen in a week. This is quite a long period of time. I don't know how many years, but a year anyway.
Hmm.
By the time you get all these people around,
Right.
like if it happened really fast, maybe 6 months.
Mm-hmm. I
But
get you.
yeah, yeah. So Saul's been sitting around without David for quite a long time before all this stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
And Doeg, of course, is he's now Saul's guy. I don't know if you hear about him later on, but yeah,
Okay. Verse 20. But one son of Amalek, son of Atab, named Abathar, escaped and fled to join David. He told David that Saul had killed the priests of the Lord. Then David said to Abathar, that day when Doeg the Edomite was there, I knew he would be sure to tell Saul, I am responsible for the death of your whole family. Stay with me. Don't be afraid. The man who wants to kill you is trying to kill me too. You will be safe with me.
yeah. I, so David just this kid comes to him, and now he's going to be a part of this whole thing as well, right?
Yeah, you
And
kind of,
and David, I like that he takes responsibility. Like I knew that Edomite was going to
yeah,
do something. Why didn't I do something about it?
yeah,
Yeah. And that's the end of this chapter, the end of this story. And then David moves on from here, but it's something. It's something. It's very strongly detailing the fall of Saul.
yeah,
I wonder if it's even detailing the mental incapacity of Saul as time goes on.
right. Like the paranoia that Saul had was immense, right?
Yeah, and probably you're a king in those days. Your paranoia would be a big part of it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Um, like you're helping this David. You think the people will love it, and they do, and they love David, and then you start getting upset about that.
yeah,
You just start losing your mind.
yeah,
Yeah, it is crazy. But that's the end of us preparing David's. And the other part you got to think of is David's preparing to be king through all of
right,
this.
right. Yep,
And he's a good king. If there's 400 following him, he's starting off really well.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Fascinating story. fascinating story in terms of the downfall of Saul, but also how God is slowly rising David to the crown and doing it in a very intentional way.
Yeah, and nobody's mentioning it. It's just things are happening.
Yeah.
Like it'd be nice if he'd say, "And this has done this in David's life to prepare him for," but they don't. It's just things are going on. Eh?
Yeah.
I'd like to see Saul's spear. I starting to have this desire to carry one around.
sit up front of your department with sit in a chair with a spear.
with a spear. And then throw it at somebody every once in a while.
You might not want to go to the office of the registrar today. I'm just saying. Might not be a good day.
Crazy stories.
Yeah. Thank you for that, my friend. That was fantastic. Thanks for leading us through that. Folks, as always, we love doing this for you. Thanks so much for listening. We'll be back in a week's time. We took a week off, but we'll be back in a week's time. Now Larry's back in Edmonton and we're doing our thing. So we will see you in a week's time. Until then, I was Steve, he was Larry, and this was the Apoco-Larry Podcast.